Welcome, welcome, welcome. On this week's appearance of the League Note, Jules, is a bum ass motherfucker. So we had to get a replacement because he's too busy for us. And this week, I am proud to introduce LA.
Surprise, bitches!
How's it feel, LA? How's it feel to be
Oh,
a guest?
oh, it feels good, and it's special that we're doing this week
Yeah,
because
I agree.
it's week 8. This is the week that I get to butt fuck Jules, and
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not giving him the option of using KY jelly. I'm
Ooh,
not that gentle.
oh, I can't wait to hear more about this matchup. But yeah, it's a real special week. Is it? Aside from you and LA, we have a depleted Joey going against Danny, and Joey's already admitted that he's scared. He's fucking nervous.
He should be.
Yeah. We have a pretty boring matchup between Nick and Sean. It's run of the mill, but they're both the surprising teams of the years right now, winning records. And then we have me and my sad team.
Very
And
sad.
it
Very
is
sad.
it is it is what it is. And then actually, who is playing? Let me see something real quick.
I'm
Okay,
currently
okay.
enjoying the
We have
recording
Callie
of this.
and Ray.
Don't know how.
Callie and Ray facing off. That's a fucking meh matchup.
Wait. Time out. Don't the Texans and the Raiders play this week?
Yeah, and Callie and Ray this week. Special. It's very special.
Ooh, that's a double whammy of a week.
It's hot, man. It's hot.
Right.
Look,
I need to fuck Callie for the entire league this week.
let's face it. I need a lot of help to have a chance at the playoffs. So to see a winning team lose, I don't give a fuck who wins. I'd prefer it to be Ray because he's got less wins, so it'll make it easier for me. But we will get to all that shortly.
Hey, remember, Ray's our defending champ, and Ray got in with the 5-8 record, so anything is possible.
But before we get into the week, let's talk about last week. Not
Like Goomba, so I'll be the first to admit it.
yeah.
Goomba,
Goomba's,
good match.
Goomba's team is good. Goomba's team is good. You had a bum
We
week.
have TNT.
You had a bum week, but you had bye weeks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't have TNT. I have the best player in fantasy on my squad, and he was on bye week.
Danny, pathetic team. We expect him to not do well. We were come to terms with it. But the big news of the week was Julian with an week low 84.5 points.
That was the week low?
The week low, and if I'm not
I
wrong,
came close.
I may be wrong here, but I think so. It might have been the season low across the league so far.
No. I own the season low with that 69 when Drew got
That's
hurt.
right. That is right.
But,
that was.
but the week after, I came out and butt fucked the entire league. So,
But wow, 69. Oh, I didn't remember it being that bad. But yeah, that was especially.
it was bad. It was bad. I came back in a big way after that, but it was bad.
I think it's safe to say it's been a very weird season in general so far, and
Allie's sitting in like second place, so of course it's weird. And he actually drafted that team.
it's been a weird season. But we all have our weeks here and there. You had a down week. I've had down. I haven't hit below 100, but I've had down weeks. Danny's team's pathetic, but I don't think there's been a team yet to score less than 100 twice besides Jules' team, if I'm not mistaken.
I did it too, but fuck
Oh,
'em.
you did it twice too? Oh my god. That makes this week's matchup even better because
But for the two sub 100 point weeks that I have the two highest scoring weeks of the season too.
so you're a little bit Will Fuller. Boom or bust. You either go off or you just fucking don't show up.
Exactly. And when I go off, I go off.
And Jules is Devontae Parker, a first round talent that
Should have
underproducing.
been drafted in the 7th round, Mr. Irrelevant, because that's where he's headed.
And this team is irrelevant, not just fantasy, but in the NFL. So is yours. So don't even start. Yours is not as irrelevant. Yours is trending up, but it's still irrelevant. Mine is starting to look a little
Mediocre.
mediocre. There we go. That is a good word. Yeah.
A fantastic word.
I think everyone besides Ray really is just not looking at their teams with much. Cali's hopeful, but it's the Raiders. It is what it is.
Derek Carr is his own worst enemy.
Yep. John Gruden is dumb, in my opinion.
And also his own worst enemy.
So, that'll happen. But let's keep this fantasy relevant. Shall we?
It is fantasy relevant because I have Deshaun Watson.
It's fantasy relevant for you. That's not for the league. Shall we get into these spicy matchups this week?
Oh, yes, we shall.
Okay. You're on your phone, clearly, so I'll read matchups to you.
I figured that's how we were going to do this.
I'll allow you to have the first reaction, and then I'll give my 2 cents. And we'll make our choices, and we'll see if you're as inadequate as Jules is making calls, or if you're above average. We'll see. We'll start with.
I know I'm above average.
Okay, let's ask your ex-girlfriends. But anyway, that's
we're needed. We're needed.
Yeah. We'll start with the Who Cares game of the week in Nick and Sean. We got Nick, surprisingly, tied for first.
Who's on that squad? I know Sean's team, but who's on? Nick's been quietly winning.
Let's see. We have Matthew Stafford.
After that trade.
He has Matthew Stafford, Matt Moore, gross, Devonta Freeman, Sony Michel, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore, John Brown, Kittle, Devontae Adams, John Brown, Deshaun Hamilton, the Chicago defense, and Harrison Butker. Well, Sean this week.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Especially since Mahomes is out.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Baker as his other quarterback, so when Mahomes
comes hit or miss right there.
Yeah, dude, when Mahomes comes back, his team may look a little different. But Sean's team, we got Minshew Mania, Fitzmagic, Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, finessed, Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Cortland Sutton, Evan Ingram, Golden Tate, T.Y. Hilton, Jones Jr., New Orleans defense, and Zerline.
That's kind of an even matchup between the two of them.
The projections would say otherwise. Sean is projected an almost 25-point win.
Wow. Yeah. Probably because of Dalvin Cook.
It is because Devontae Adams is projected at 0 because he might not play in a Sunday night game. So we will not know
until about 6:30.
But I will say this: he has Kamara sitting on his bench, who may or may not play. So
not playing as well. And Nick also has Diggs.
Yeah, and Diggs against Washington tonight is going to be brutal for Sean because Thielen's out. Diggs is going to
great. Diggs might throw another 60-point game out, which helps me and Bendy, so I'm okay with it.
You know what? First of all, keep this to LED.
Bendy, I know, but I had to make that one comment because I am a Diggs owner, and I feel it.
But
it was relevant.
If Diggs doesn't go off, it's because Dalvin Cook goes off. Because the Redskins are horrible.
Oh, atrocious.
So this could be a game. I can see it being a game where Dalvin Cook goes off because they don't have Thielen. Maybe Stephon gets like 6 for $115 and a touchdown, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be anything ridiculous because they're not going to need to. And Dalvin Cook is going to eat. That's what Dalvin Cook has been doing all fucking season.
Where is that game? Is that game in Minnesota?
That game is. Yeah, it's in Minnesota tonight.
You know.
Yeah, he's going to eat, dude. He's going to eat.
I know he's going to eat. But I don't know who has AP in this league. But the fact that AP is going back to Minnesota could make that more overall of an interesting game, which could affect both of them.
Let me raise the stakes if we're talking the revenge narrative. Adrian Peterson back in Minnesota. Kirk Cousins facing Washington, and Case Keenum back in Minnesota after the playoff wins, and they dumped him. So we got triple revenge.
And Case has been hot the past 3 weeks.
He has not. It is the fact. It is okay. I know we didn't talk about Bendy, but this is just as a reference. Do you remember when I won my championship in Bendy? My team was made of Patriots and Jaguars. The Patriots were dominant. The Jaguars sucked balls. But garbage time won me that championship because Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns, and Blake Bortles balled out in garbage time. That is what Case Keenum does. That's not balling out. It's just garbage time, which it's awesome.
Hey, in fantasy, it still equals to balling out.
Touchdowns are touchdowns. Points are points.
That it is.
What was that?
What?
Shit just spazzed out there for a second.
Fucking Skype. Anyway.
I think Sean's going to win.
I think Sean's going to take that game.
And Sean's going to win this. Dalvin Cook, Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Cortland Sutton's now.
Mania.
You know, it's the quarterback. I don't see Matt Moore doing a lot. Green Bay can get after the quarterback, so they're going to.
Oh, yeah, Matt Moore's going to get demolished. Matt Moore's going to get his little ass kicked.
So, yeah, we both agree Sean's going to win. We'll see how it plays out. But, you know, Sean.
Yeah. Sean's got hitters on that team compared to Nick. Unless Breeze comes back, and I can talk about that because I am a Breeze owner in this league, and he starts swinging passes to Kamara, and Nick smart enough to start Kamara. That could change the whole landscape of that week.
If Kamara and Devontae Adams do not play, Nick is 100% going to lose.
That's losing. Yep.
Without two picks, you're done. It's, you know, game over. Simple as that.
Flip. Yeah, it's over.
Next matchup. Right. Do you want to do Ray and Callie or Danny? No, we'll do Ray versus Callie first.
Yeah. This is a battle because it's rare that you actually see people who are going off against each other in fantasy have their respective teams playing each other that week too.
Ray has not been going off in fantasy. Ray beat me last week by 0.5 points because David Johnson's a fucking douche. No, Cliff Kingsbury is a fucking douchebag. David Johnson's fucking amazing, but you couldn't have told us beforehand. Like you could. It was so brutal. But
yeah, it was rough.
Ray is demolished by bye weeks again, or he just hasn't set his lineup. No Lamar Jackson this week. I don't know who he's going to put in because he has Kyle Allen, who's going to be put in against San Francisco. That is not hot. And he will have in the backfield. Oh, yeah, his two quarterbacks will be Kyle Allen and Derek Carr. It'll be Saquon Barkley and Melvin Gordon. Calvin Ridley, Mike Williams, DK Metcalf, Gerald Everett, and Miles Sanders, Duke Johnson. Oh, no, he's got Nick Chubb on his bench that would be put in. He's got Juju on his bench.
He guaranteed will have him put in.
They were on bye weeks. Nick Chubb and Juju will be in there, so I'm going to assume he's going to roll out with either Duke Johnson or Miles Sanders and the other two of Nick Chubb and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
And then we got Callie with Aaron Rodgers in Kansas City.
He's gonna be swinging. He's gonna be swinging that Ellen DeGeneres dick all over the place in Kansas City.
He has Teddy Bridgewater, who, if he plays, great. May not.
No, not great. Not great.
If he does not play, if Teddy Bridgewater is out, he is going with Case Keenum as his backup quarterback.
Which he can't. He can't. He won't be able to unless he starts him tonight. Tonight.
Ooh, Oh, wow.
Yeah, he would have to put Case Keenum in within the next hour and 13 minutes in order. Yeah. So Callie kind of fucked himself there.
Or he's gonna roll one quarterback deep. potential. Anyway, he's also got Todd Gurley.
It's really funny thinking about this.
I can't believe that. That's really blowing my mind. But Sammy,
he's got Gurley, who's the king of getting vultured this year.
Yep. Josh Jacobs, who's been great. He has been great.
He has. We'll give him that. He's a shining star.
Tyler Boyd has been crap, if you ask me. Sammy Watkins, who had one good week.
Is he even playing this week?
Yes, he's been cleared. He's back to practice, I believe. That's what I heard today. Tyrell Williams, who may or may not play this week. Austin Hooper, the number one fantasy tight end as of right now. Austin Eckler, who's been balling the fuck out.
He has. He is Darren Sproles 2019.
He is. Ted Ginn Jr. and Latavius Murray.
Okay, Ted Ginn Jr. Jules made a very valid point to me about Ted Ginn Jr. last week because Ted Ginn Jr. came in such a ridiculous draft class. I don't remember exactly which draft class it is right now, but he outlasted all of them.
It was probably the year Calvin Johnson came out.
Yes, it was that year.
Yeah.
That draft class of wide receivers, and Ted Ginn is the last man standing.
When you got downfield speed and you can maintain that speed and you don't take big hits,
anything's possible.
And you got Drew Brees slinging you the rock half your career, it's gonna prolong. But
it's a good thing he got out of Miami when he did.
Yep, and I didn't mention the defenses. Ray currently has the Dallas defense, which is on bye.
On bye week.
No bench defense as of right now. And Jake Elliott is the kicker. Callie has the Pittsburgh defense playing Miami, which great.
It's a smart play.
Yep. And Mike Nugent.
Smart streaming option.
Yeah, Mike Nugent, the Patriots kicker. Always solid. I dropped him, but it's the
I noticed that.
He'll get the opportunities, and that's what you look for in a kicker. Oh man, it's so hard to pick this game because there's so many question marks. Like we don't know what Ray's defense is going to be. We don't know if Teddy Bridge.
We don't know what Callie's quarterback situation is going to be.
And
what is the ESPN projections right now?
142.8 for Callie and 96 for Ray because he has Lamar Jackson in bye, Dallas defense in bye, and he doesn't have Nick Chubb, Juju Smith, Schuster, MVS is probably going to put in. Yeah, he doesn't have his lineup at full strength at the moment as far as on paper.
But at full strength on paper, all right, so Nick Chubb is probably projected at least 20 because that's what ESPN does with Nick Chubb.
Let me tell you this. Nick Chubb is projected at 13.7 because he is going to play in New England this week.
Oof, okay. So that's like 105. Juju's projection is at least 15. That's like 120.
You're also not subtracting points for who you're taking off. That's the tricky part about this right now. We don't know what his lineup is going to look like. He is the only one that doesn't set his lineup until like minutes before the Thursday night game.
Does he have anybody on those teams tonight?
Who's playing tonight? It's Minnesota and
Washington.
And Washington, I don't believe so.
Oh, he won't be changing your lineup until closer to Sunday.
Yeah, no. So, but I don't think they're gonna play.
But he's got a very scrappy team, though. He almost beat me. He had me shook. Luckily, fucking Valdez-Scantling didn't do shit that Monday night, but he had me shook.
Dude, he beat me without Juju and Nick Chubb and had MVS on his bench by 0.5 points.
Ouch.
So he pulls wins out of his ass like he did last year during the championship run. It's just what Ray does. And I'm going to have to go with him because that quarterback situation, I think Drew Brees is going to play. And
if he does, I'm going to be sitting here at full Chubb because that means I can finally throw Andy Dalton back to the bench where he belongs.
Yeah, that's a fact. Okay, so I'm going to go with Stacks. What do you think?
I'm going with Stacks, too, because that quarterback situation is going to fuck Callie.
Yeah, it is. If Teddy Bridgewater plays, he will win because Teddy Bridgewater against Arizona will do well.
Yeah, but
matter of fact,
Brady's team will give him a run for its money, and it could go either way.
it'll be a close game. I'll give it that. Regardless, it will be a close game.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we got winless. Not heard of him by his name anymore because it's 0-7 at this point. He's won 2 games, or is it 3? 3 games in 2 years of fantasy football, almost 2 full seasons.
That's kind of worse than my streak of not winning in a calendar year.
No, yeah, that's horrible. Let's not bring that up. Don't do that to yourself.
No, because I at least started that season off 5-0.
You started off 5-0, and then lost every single game afterwards, and then lost
and like the first 2
straight
games the next season.
No, the first 10 games the next season. It was bad. You went on a losing streak of epic proportions. It was horrible. But we have
Danny's going his way.
Yeah.
Danny's going his way.
We have
I love you, Danny. I love you, but damn.
winless versus Joey.
He's going against a depleted Joey this week.
Joey with no Kerryon Johnson. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks for him.
Who else is he? Oh, I know he benched Phillip last week.
He did bench Phillip, but that was smart. Okay. Yeah, Joey rolling out Kirk Cousins, Jacoby Brissett, Lev Bell, Chris Carson, Odell, Godwin, Tyler Lockett, Kyle Rudolph, David Singletary, Tevin Coleman, and the New England defense, and Robbie.
Okay, yeah. We were saying depleted. Hold up. Time out. That's actually a solid squad there. Jacoby's been balling out this year.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see Odell, just this week especially, because it's New England. The Browns have been shit. And I think
you said he's got Kirk.
Who?
You said he's got Kirk, right?
Oh, yeah, he's got Kirk on the bench who might play this week, which would be a great start.
Kirk plays tonight.
No, Kirk Cousins? Oh, I thought you meant Christian Kirk.
No, I thought you said he had Kirk Cousins.
Oh, he does have Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's been balling out.
Yeah. And then ready? On Danny's team, we have Tom Brady, Mason Rudolph, Philip Lindsay, LaShawn.
Smart play. Nah, the Rudolph play is a smart play.
I mean, it's Miami, so yeah. But they're going to run it a lot. They're LaShawn McCoy, D. Hopkins, Julio Jones, Jarvis Landry, Zach Ertz, Carlos Hyde, Frank Gore, no defense, and no kicker.
Danny, you need to watch this and set your lineup immediately and get a fucking defense to the kicker.
I missed that. I missed it. My fucking app's bugging out. He's got Robbie Anderson in his other flex.
Okay.
Seattle defense and Jason Myers.
Who?
Jason Myers. Yeah, I need to reopen my app. It's bugging out right now. It's I needed to redo it. Much better. Jesus fuck. Joey has an open flex spot right now. Probably gonna put Christian. But the projections right now are Danny at 144 and Joey at 138.
Danny at 144?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, again, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Danny, almost on a weekly basis, is projected to win by a couple points, and then gets blown out fucking week.
Yeah, and his team just underperforms. There are solid names on that team. DeAndre Hopkins has kind of been underperforming this season.
Kind of, he has been. His goal was no drops for a second consecutive season. He ruined that and did 4 drops in the first game.
First game, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been rough for Danny's team. I think we said it. I think Jules and I said it best a couple weeks ago. This team is so 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this team would have been dope. But now it's just dude, they're great names, but for fantasy, not anymore.
And that's that. But All Danny needs is that one win, and he could turn the season around.
Yeah,
Like I said, 5-8 won a championship.
All Danny needs is for Mason Rudolph to go off against Miami, coming off a bye week,
where half their players tried to get traded.
Yeah, dude. Miami's so bad this year. But I think Joey's team's gonna win. I was reading those names. Oh, dude, he's got a good team. Like, it's surprising that his record does not reflect. Like, he's 3-4. He's got a losing record, but yet he's got that roster full of people.
Yeah.
And Kerryon Johnson just got hurt. So you know what happened? That fucked him a lot early on. It was David Montgomery.
Yep.
Yep. And he took
the Tariq Cohen show in Chicago.
Yeah. So, which is not going well either. The Bears are a mess on offense outside of Allen Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
But I think Joey's gonna win. I think it'll be easy. I don't think Danny gets his fucking win yet.
You know what, Danny? I'm with you this week. I think this is it. I think this is the week that you finally do it.
Okay. You know what? I hope it is. And I told Joey this.
So do I. I really do.
I'm gonna put it on the record. I want Danny to win before our Week 11 matchup because as the weeks go by, whoever faces him faces more and more pressure, and I don't want that pressure when I face him.
I do play Danny again too. Now that I think about it, I hear you. I hear you.
If I play a 1-9 Danny, that's not as bad as losing to an 0-10 Danny.
Oh, yeah. I feel you.
As those weeks go on, it's just we are watching like, yo, who's it gonna be? And it's any given week. To use Joey's words against him, any given week. Fuck it, I'm changing my pick. Danny's.
Yeah, Danny, this is your week. I'm telling you, me guest starring on the League Note is making this your week.
Danny, don't let us down.
Please don't.
Okay.
It's your week. Plus, your second quarterback is facing the Dolphins. You got this.
Yeah, agreed. I think, fuck it. Roll the dice. Let's go, Danny. Let's fucking go.
Fact.
We'll go with, just because of the irrelevance compared to the other one, we'll do my matchup with Goomba first.
Ooh. Ooh.
Let's face it. The team's not good this year. It's bad.
And Goomba has a very good team. He butt-fucked me last week.
There's a 3-way tie for first. My team has not been...
And Goomba's a part of it.
Yeah, and I guess I underestimated Goomba. I had never played with him. Jules is fucking...
We told you not to.
Yeah.
We told you not to.
He had a good draft. He made good waiver pickups. It is what it is. But, yeah. Let's break this down. I'll let you give your opinion of the matchup, and then I will make my, I want to say case, but...
Yes, you can plead your case. Yeah, we'll play it like that.
I'll say my prayers. I'll make it upside possible. So we have, for Goomba, Carson Wentz, Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, Michael Thomas, Kenny Galladay, Terry McLaurin, Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, Curtis Samuel, Dede Westbrook, the Rams defense against Cincinnati, and Will Lutz. God damn, the more I read that, the better I got.
That is the Alabama of fantasy football teams.
I want to argue, but I will save it for when I'm making my case. On my team, we got Jared Goff, Josh Allen, Chase Edmonds, or DJ if he plays, but fucking A, I hope he sits because that'll make it so much easier. Marlon Mack, Robert Woods, Alshon Jeffrey, Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, Corey Davis, Ty Johnson,
Henry,
UT, and the Indianapolis defense against Denver and Matt Prater.
Ooh. Well, first off, that Indianapolis D should beat the fuck out of Joe Flacco because he's just horrible. Let us actually thank God Emmanuel Sanders got the entire fuck out of there and went to a competent quarterback.
Yes. But I don't like that he's on Jules' team. Let's continue.
I don't either. But
Oh,
I love Emmanuel Sanders. I own him in at least one league a year, so I got mad love for the guy. So I'm happy he got out of there. Same for Mohamed Sanu, but we'll get into that a little later. You're going to get buff fucked this week.
Yeah. The projections are 155 to 145. I'm projected to lose by 10.
Okay. Here's the thing. You have nobody. Okay, so both of your matchups should be done by Sunday night.
Want to know something funny? Aside from one player on my team, everyone goes at 1 o'clock.
Yo, the fantasy gods are not fucking with you this week, my guy.
It doesn't look like it. It doesn't fucking look like it.
They're not fucking with you at all. Damn.
It's bad.
That's awful. Unless they all like blow up at 1 o'clock, like I was gonna say, if you had late games and he was done, you had a chance.
I can't really. Can I plead my case?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I'll start with Goomba's team. Carson Wentz at Buffalo. That is not a hot matchup. Based off, as the Eagles fan, I can acknowledge that is not a hot matchup at all. Kyler Murray in New Orleans against that New Orleans defense, a very good defense. Aaron Jones against Kansas City. I hope to God he doesn't score 3 to 4 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, Tampa Bay, who is the #1 run defense this year. Can you believe that? I heard that today. The #1 run defense. They held Christian McCaffrey in 2 contests to 65 yards. They are
but like 4 touchdowns.
Whatever, but still, it's the yardage, and Derrick Henry is yardage. And then we have Michael Thomas at home against Arizona, but he will be matched up, guaranteed the entire game, by Patrick Peterson. Kenny Golladay against the Giants. I hope 5 more touchdowns go to Marvin Jones, because great match. Terry McLaurin at Minnesota against that good Minnesota team. It could work out. Don't like tight end matchups at all. Curtis Samuel, though, against San Francisco. Not hot. D.D. Westbrook. Shark has been the #1 target there, so he could have...
You're goddamn right about that. We'll get into that later, too.
I could see his team underperforming a little bit based off the projections. Right? And
which could actually give viewers... you're within 10, right?
Exactly. If he underperforms even by 20 points, that's huge for me.
As long as your team all perform at 1 o'clock, yes.
Let's look at these matchups really quick and see. And let me pray that the best case scenario for all of this happens. Jared Goff at home against Cincinnati. He is a god at home. Cincinnati is garbage.
Yeah.
Josh Allen against Philadelphia at home in Buffalo. He can run. That secondary in Philadelphia is hot garbage. I know.
If you remember, I wanted Josh Allen over Sam Darnold to be drafted by the Jets.
Yeah. And we have Chase Edmonds, who, if DJ sits, dump down passes all fucking day. He has potential to go up. Proved it last week. Marlon Mack against Denver at home.
Very good running back. Marlon Mack is actually an underrated running back in my eyes.
Finessed. Anyway.
I see that with the Mixon trade. I saw that.
Anyway, Marlon Mack at home in Indianapolis against an even shittier Denver team now, where they should get out to an early lead and run the ball.
It's just run the ball.
Robert Woods, same with Jared Goff, against Cincinnati. Alshon Jeffrey in Buffalo, not hot. I will acknowledge that. But he's a 50-50 guy. All he needs is the red zone targets, which he gets. Keenan Allen At Chicago, not hot, but it's Keenan Allen. He has been slumping. He does this all the time. He could snap out of it at any time, and Chicago defense has not looked the same. Hunter Henry, balling. Self-explanatory. Philip Rivers
Hunter
needs to throw.
versus Henry.
Yeah. Hunter Henry is a boss. Corey Davis, who now has upside and will be playing against Tampa Bay. I talked about how Tennessee should not be able to run the ball, which means they're going to need to pass it. Ty Johnson, the new number 1 running back, going against the Giants. Horrible matchup there.
He's going to eat.
Exactly.
He's going to eat.
And Kiki in a game that could easily turn into a shootout in Oakland. Oh, no, in Houston against Oakland. And the Indianapolis defense going against Joe Flacco.
Flacco.
If Goomba's team shows up, performs, I don't stand a chance. It's the reality of the situation. But if Goomba's team underperforms even a little bit, that opens the window. And if my team actually decides to fucking perform for once this goddamn season, then, I need to win out to make to the playoffs. It's realistic. Guaranteed, if I win out, I will make the playoffs. I'm not worried, but I need to do that.
Like I said, a champion. I've been saying this whole thing. A championship was won with 5-8, so anything is possible.
So, holding out hope.
Yeah, hope.
It is. It's any given week.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the smart money bet here that Goomba just edges over you.
The smart pick is Goomba. I know it, but I've done not smart shit all season. I'm gonna continue that goddamn trend, and I'm gonna fucking win. I'm pulling it out of my ass. I'm gonna start my playoff run. I'm calling it now. Probably unlikely, but let's fucking do it. Jew underdogs for life. We got this shit. We gonna do it. We spent 40 years
going with the Serbian Jew double bluff.
We got the fucking Red Sea parted for us. That's what's hopefully gonna happen. Everything's gonna open up. If I can beat Goomba and fucking Cali in the next 2 weeks, take them down a fucking peg, then I face you,
do so,
Sean. I could do it.
Do so, because I will be on top of the standings by then, and I will get my win back against you.
Doubtful. Let's move on. We have, and what I would say is the game of the week, not only because of the people, because let's face it, it's not because of the people playing, it's because of the owners. We have LA versus Jules, and at this point, I would like to just give you the floor, LA. Have fun.
Hi, Julian. You see, your team has been caca this whole fucking season. You may have beaten Cali. It was a fluke win. Because if you look at my team, first off, I have the best player in fantasy right now coming off a bye week. You're not ready for CMC. You can't handle CMC. You can't handle Mike Evans. Mark Ingram may be on bye week. So what? I still have Runny. And I still have Shark. And did I mention I have Deshaun Watson too and Drew Brees most likely coming back? You're not ready for this. And I also got your boy Delaney Walker. And like Layden said, since the Titans aren't going to be able to run the ball, they're going to throw the ball. And every quarterback's fucking little safety fucking net is their tight end. And Delaney Walker is a good one. Also, Kenny Stills is going to run. He's going to run. He had 4 catches for 104 yards last week on a return. Imagine him with a full week of practice now. It's going to be like 6 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I'm going to be sitting here at full chub. It's going to be glorious. Like, you trade your quarterback, Russell Wilson is like the only bright spot on your team. I think you still have Matt Ryan starting, and he's in a walking boot.
Fact.
Okay, thank you.
Ding.
Who else is on his team? Like,
he's got Matt Ryan, who may or may not play, and Russell Wilson, who's been the fucking god. It is what it is.
Russell Wilson, like I said, is like the one bright spot of his team.
And if he doesn't play, if Matt Ryan doesn't play, he's going to pick between Mitch and Sam. So that's his quarterback situation.
It's like me having Andy Dalton, but Deshaun Watson is kind of better than Russell Wilson. Deshaun Watson could go off for 50 points easily against Oakland.
His running backs, James Conner against Miami, that could get out of hand.
It could. But I have McCaffrey to counter that.
And he's got his guy. Hey, it's me, Mark Walton. I'm just here on the Dolphins. You know.
He's throwing the Dolphins. Okay, I'm good. Against McCaffrey and Leonard Fournette, okay, I have the running back edge.
And then Tyreek Hill with no Mahomes, Brandon Cooks, Larry Fitz, Jared Cook, Tariq Cohen. I don't know why I pluralized that. Emmanuel Sanders and Sterling Shepard, who's not going to play, so he'll have to either play Preston Williams or Kenyon Drake because he is without Adam Thielen, and A.J. Green is yet to return. The A.J. Green that's going to buttfuck you guys when he returns, and he's going to be there for when I'm dominating and then when I make it to the playoffs. And Jules is now sitting.
A.J. Green's going to return when Jules is playing Danny for the Sacco.
Yeah, that's arguable. I mean, you might get traded. There's that.
But speaking of trades, because I can speak about this now, my nigga Mohamed Sanu to the Patriots. That's right, the Patriots. You know how wide receivers are in like week one when they get traded their debuts? And you saw how Brady was when he was able to throw to AB his first time. Sanu's going to eat this week. Mike Evans is due to eat again this week, especially coming off a bye. Sorry, I know you have Godwin, but it's Mike Evans' turn to shine. And, like I said, DJ Shark is a god amongst gods down there.
He's been good. He's been very good. I will say that. Yo, stop checking your messages, fam.
I'm not. I accidentally slid on top of the fucking phone. I cracked my phone over the week. I'm like a dickhead.
So fix it, fam. I can see myself.
Hold on. There we go.
Man, that's the second time that happened.
Yeah, because you're on your computer and I'm on my phone.
I'm looking at this and yeah.
I already know I'm projected to whoop his ass.
Yeah, you're projected almost 25 points. You're sitting at like 20 points projected win. I don't expect Jules to win. It is what it is. You know,
I don't either. I'm gonna butt fuck him. I've been waiting for this week because all he did this season was talk shit about my team, and my team has severely outperformed his all season.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I will give you that. We've had some surprises this year. And
Sean drafting Mahomes number one was the biggest. And I thank you for that, Sean, because without that, I don't have McCaffrey.
It's a fact. That's a fact. That's a big fact. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun.
And Jules, also, I like how you decided he was told that he had to go pumpkin picking next Sunday, right? He texted Shorty back like, nah, I play out late next week. We're moving this to Saturday.
So you're gonna be in person.
True story, how was that?
Oh shit to his face. I can't wait to see the snaps.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be with him in person. So when he So when he loses, I'm going live on Facebook with his sad face.
That's great. That's fucking great. But yeah, it's been real. It's been a great.
It's been real, guys.
Thank you for being this honored guest. You know.
Anytime. Anything for the LED boys.
One short little story before we part, and I think it'll sum up this entire season in one little story. Talking to my girlfriend today. You know, we're coming back from McDonald's. And I tell her how we're doing the league note. And I tell her how you guest starring. And she's like, what happened to Julian's bum ass?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right. Say hi, babe.
What's up, Lydia?
Love this woman. And she nailed it on the head. What happened to Jules' bum ass? You
better put a ring on that soon.
We'll see. She's earning it. But you know, we'll put a pin in that one. And yeah, I'll catch you next week, LA. It's been real. LED,
Oh, it's real.
it's been a great season. Whatever. I can accept losing. I'm gonna go down spewing shit talk like I came into the season. I don't care. I'm having fun. Danny likes to waste
It's a great
$100
season.
every week. It's been
It's a
real.
great season, and I still have the most waiver money. So
You wasted it. You could have picked up Ty Johnson, but whatever. But
I wanted Kenny Stills.
peace out. Peace out, guys. We'll catch you
Peace
next
out, Coco.
because Jules will probably be his bum ass self, and I'll have to get maybe LA, maybe another guest star. We'll see. Who knows?
Maybe we could do like a group chat. I don't know.
We'll just group talk shit because Jules sucks. It's been real, guys. Peace out.
Later.